this hour off with our all-in-one laundry sheets. Now, this is really an innovative way to do your laundry. It makes it quick. It makes it easy. You are going to get a 50 count of your laundry sheets. They are pre-measured. No more measuring, no more guessing, no more mixing at all. You get 50 of your pre-measured laundry sheets for $19.95. And when we talk about S2O, it really is all about the science of clean. Jankura will be joining us. Here is who you see in the video. He is a scientist. He has a degree in chemical science. He's an inventor. He is a developer. And he is the one who brings us all of these wonderful products here this morning. And you are the man behind the madness.
Hang on, hold on. We're making laundry here.
Oh, my goodness.
What
now,
is this
that
stuff?
is
Anyways,
some
grape
serious,
juice.
serious mess you've got going on this morning.
Hold on, it's late at night. We got some red wine, too. Hang on. All right,
How'd
what
you know
I've
that
done
was
here is
for
I've
me
made
special?
a big mess here. Just to get us started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this stuff. You know, that's not enough. Seriously, we got to put some more on there. It's, oh, there you go.
I would never think that's going to come
All
out.
right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the laundry. Because what are you doing? You're making all that chemical science experiment at home with all the powders and the liquids and stuff. Forget about it. Take this stuff, toss it in the wash. Simple and easy like this. Watch this. This is great stuff, Robin. No measuring, no mixing, no nothing. You take a single laundry sheet out of the canister like that. You toss it in. You close the door. You push start. And you're done. Seriously. And that's the cool.
And you don't have to wait for the water to fill up halfway, for it to mix and do all that. I mean, you just literally pull one sheet, toss, set it, go, you're done.
All right, let's talk about what's going on in laundry, because nowadays, I got to tell you something, it's got crazy. I went down one of those big stores with the big parking lots. Ever been down there?
Oh,
There's like 2 dedicated aisles, both sides, with boxes and stuff on it. Can you imagine if you're doing laundry for the first time, you're walking down that aisle going, all right, what do I need? Okay, I need that. All right, we're going to have this. I need the liquid stuff. All right, that's the liquid stuff. And maybe you don't like the liquid stuff. You like the powder stuff. And these are so convenient and so light.
Oh, my goodness.
You get the powder stuff. Hang on, you're not done yet. Apparently, as you walk down...
Now we need fabric softeners, Clorox.
You have these, like, what are these things? That whitening stuff, whatever that stuff is. You got to have that stuff, right? And then apparently you want to do some biodegradable stuff, so you need some of that stuff. Hang on, I'm not done yet. Then you go down the aisle, and you go, wait a minute, what's that dark bottle? That's for the dark loads. Hey, I have jeans. You know, we got the dark load. We got the dark load stuff. And then there's the delicates and the fluffy stuff. You're supposed to use that, right?
Yes.
And then you have a fabric softener stuff. And then, on top of all of that...
You sound out of breath, Akos.
You're supposed to put this oxygen booster stuff because apparently your laundry soap's not working right in the first place, so you got to boost it. You know what my favorite is?
That's a lot of stuff.
There's a new one. Have you seen the new one? It's made by the same company that makes the liquid one, right? It's these little capsules. You're supposed to put them in with I'm going, wait a minute. What's wrong with the laundry soap? Why did you just make the laundry soap work in the first place? Why am I boosting the laundry soap after the fact? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? And you know I'm right, right? You've all been down that aisle. This is what you're doing.
And then who wants to carry all of that? I mean, if you live in an apartment and you go downstairs or you have to go do your laundry at the dry clean, at the laundromat, who wants to carry all that when you can carry one little bottle with 50 sheets and it weighs nothing?
Isn't that the... Listen, no measuring, no mixing, no nothing. One sheet, you toss it in, and it replaces all of this. And you know what? Forget about the inconvenience. I bet you when you do all of this, you're paying at least one of these every time you do the load. And I'm being really generous, because if you do the math, it's actually more than one of these.
Yes.
Or you could do my laundry sheets and use a couple of these coins here, and you could do this. This is why people love my laundry sheets. Yes. Convenience, it replaces all of this stuff, and you're saving a ton of money. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, with all these big chemical companies and all that powder and liquid and stuff, I mean, why? Surely this can't work as well as that, right? I mean, seriously. Well, come on over here.
Okay, let's do it.
When you're in the lab with Akos, it's like a laboratory experiment going on. I have 2 agitators side by side, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put some traditional old-fashioned dinosaur technology, the laundry soap, and I'm going to put the boosting stuff in here because apparently you need that stuff, right? So we got to put the boosting stuff in here, and we're going to do an old-fashioned side-by-side, right? Okay. I'm going to take a yellow cloth, right? Just like that, a yellow cloth, and I'm going to put used motor oil on it because this is nasty stuff. That's used motor oil. I'm going to fire up this washing machine.
I would think that'd never come out.
We're going to drop that in there. Well, who knows? Maybe technology's changed, right? And on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one laundry sheet, no measuring, no mixing, no no figuring out the 5 things that you're supposed to buy. Drop it in, and you're done. Listen, even men can do laundry now. Watch this.
No excuses.
I'm going to take the same yellow sheet. I'm going to put used motor oil on this one. Follow me now. And I'm going to drop this in here. Let's talk about what's going on here. Now, seriously. Over here, you've got phosphates, nitrates. I'm a chemist. There's some chemistry going on in here. And that stuff, I don't know, read the bottles. You got a lot of stuff. Over on this side, you have a plant extract. Listen, I took a year off television in order to go back to the lab and work on this plant extract. This plant extract is cutting edge. I have been to some very big trade shows, and I've had big executives from those big guys with ties that come up to me and say, Akos, we've been watching you. That laundry sheet thing you got going on, that might be the biggest breakthrough in laundry in 40 years.
It truly is.
Am I right or wrong? I mean, what are we doing? We're doing the same thing my grandmother used to do. And where's the technology? Now watch. Here's where the technology is. Check this out. Well, first of all, this didn't work out very well. This is your set-in oil stain that you had laundry soap and you had the oxygen booster versus
it's still there, Akos.
This one, of course it's still there, versus this one, which is now clean. Do you see the difference? That's used motor oil.
And it was the same amount of time. Actually, this one had a head start.
Little head start.
That one had a head start.
Listen, this plant extract that I have, this is not just regular stuff. This is the cutting-edge stuff that's going to give you incredibly great results every single time.
And it's non-toxic. It's fragrance-free. So if you have any, types of problems, you can use this because it's fragrance-free. I do want to ask to invite testimonial.
Okay, let's see it. Now watch this. Have you ever had, I have a key in my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to gouge this wood. Ready, Simon? Scratch. Oh. Maybe you've got a dog at the door. Scratch. Maybe you've got a cat who scratches. Maybe you've thrown the keys on the counter. Scratch. What would you do if that were you?
I'd cry because I do carpentry, I do woodworking, I do sort of furniture making, and I would cry because it's sand it down, refinish it, it's the French polishers, it's expensive.
Pay attention now, Simon, because what you're about to see is nothing short of spectacular. There is the first line, gone. Have you ever seen this? I got to tell you, in the piano manufacturing days, I was watching the guys do this, and I thought it was like the biggest kept secret that I've ever seen. Furniture manufacturers, piano manufacturers have known this secret for years. I said, one day when I sell my piano company, I'm going to show the whole world this technology. It's a filler paste. And when I say filler paste, my gosh, have you ever seen anything like this? I'm going to move up here so you can scratch up here too. 45 minutes later, it's going to dry.
Well, I tell you, because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, if I really look closely, I'll be able to see it. But actually, I can't.
To the close visual examination, it's hard to see. These are real gouges. You see the wood right on the key. See that? There's a wood right on the key. Those are real gouges. In this filler paste, and you're going to get 2 of them in your kit. It does a spectacular job. In fact, this is my best-selling item worldwide. I traveled to Japan, United States, and Germany, and England, and Canada, and the U.S. Take a look at this. I mean, take a look. Did you see what happened there?
It just disappeared.
Pay attention to right there. That is a real gouge. Simon, check it out for me. Show everybody. Put your finger on there. Can you feel it? Is that a real gouge or what?
I can feel it. I mean,
you get your finger to. You can get your finger to. Watch this. Once I fill it, it's gone.
And then does that harden and you can polish over the top of it?
Of course.
You just treat it like the normal wood?
Treat like the normal wood. This hardens in 45 minutes. And let me tell you something. You don't need a degree in furniturology or anything like that. You can do this. Everybody can do this. I'm not wearing gloves. Take a look. How much frustration would that save you? Are you serious?
I mean, it's kind of like alchemy. You know, you've transformed something, but you get 2 pots. Are they both the same color or slightly different colors?
In the light kit, you're going to get the light pot and you're going to get the medium pot. That's coming in the light kit, and you'll also get a light pen. I'm going to show you what the pen does in a second. That's your kit for the light kit. For the medium kit, for the dark kit, I'm going to sub out the medium for the light for the dark. You see, that's what you're going to get, and you're going to get a dark pen, okay? This works tremendously well. I have to tell you something. I've been selling this for years, and I get so many people who call me and say, I can't believe it. I've been looking at a scratch for how many years? I couldn't believe how easy it was to fix it. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little medium now. And again, I'm going to take my key. This is medium wood, so watch this. And people always say, what color do I...
Oh, do you know that pains me so much?
Can you put my microphone here?
I'm just thinking of the hours I've lavished over sanding and polishing and doing lots of coats of Danish oil and... how angry would I be when the kids go, Dad,
I just scratched
Dad, I think I've done it wrong again.
And by the way, if you don't know which color to use, see the color on the lid? I put the color on the lid so you can see how that color matches. Don't use the dark one here because it doesn't match. Use the medium one. Now watch this. I'm going to show this again because I think every time I've been doing this for years. Now, here's before, here's after. Isn't that amazing? Gone. Watch this. This is, a real problem with your spouse. Saved marriage. Frustration, saved marriage. That's a different conversation, though. Watch it. But can you look? Take a look. Wouldn't this look a lot better? What if I could take these scratches, her heirloom stuff, and I know you've got wood. Maybe you've got cabinets, kitchen cabinets. Maybe you've got railings. Maybe you have tables. Maybe you have chairs.
Or the floor.
Oh my gosh, how much does the wooden floor cost you? This is going to do a tremendously great, you can't even see it. To the close visual examination, it's hard to see. But it's a lot better than looking at that scratch, I can tell you that right now.
If you really look closely, I can probably just make out where the scratches were.
Because it's not dry yet. Wait till it's dry.
But
isn't
honestly,
that spectacular?
It's phenomenal.
By the way, you know where you can buy this if you don't buy from QVC?
Where's that?
Nowhere.
Okay.
It's absolutely exclusive, all to my family here at QVC. It's one of my greatest inventions. I love it. And you're going to get a great result.
Before you do the pen, you said that the key, you said there was a pen.
Let me show you the pen. Now, the pen is a little bit different. Now, the pen, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some sandpaper, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, just so you can see, I'm going to take the sandpaper. All right, see if I can get it there. And I'm going to scratch. Scratch.
Oh.
Scratch. Now, you like wood. You might not like what I just did there. Now, I'm going to take the pen. Now, this is not gouged wood. This is just scratched wood. Scratched wood. I'm going to do this upside down and backwards like I do everything on television. See if I can do this. I'm going to go right through the middle here so I can just show you the difference. I'm going to go right through the middle so I can get some comparison. Are you believing your eyes? Can you see that?
So is that just wetting it? Is that permanent?
It's permanent. It'll dry. This is a stain. You see the end, how it's got a stain in there just like that? See, it's a pen? It's like a bingo dauber. It won't actually leak until you put pressure on it. I'm going to erase this scratch. It's like a scratch eraser. Think about this, for example, on your hardwood floors, on your any kind of wood you've scratched. I know you've scratched the wood before, right? Yeah. Take a look. Scratch. I'm going to go down here where it hasn't been. You can see where it's not finished there. That's the before. And that's the after. So everybody gets a pen.
Do you let that dry? Do you polish it off?
Let it dry. If you got an excess on it, you could polish it off a little bit if you got some excess. You see there? Okay. You can polish it off. That's a great job. There's the dark pen for you. So you get dark and you get light. Isn't that outstanding?
Okay.
I got to tell you something.
So wooden floors, kitchen doors, it's antique furniture, new furniture. If it's wood and it's got some sort of lacquer or varnish or some sort of coating, that can scratch and this can repair it.
Oh my gosh, I hate doing this. Oh my gosh! Oh,
I hate it when you do it.
This pains me. Yeah. Look, there's the wood hanging off. There's a wood tag there. Now I'm going to use the dark one here because the light won't cover it and the video won't cover it. So watch, I'm going to knock that tag off there just like so. And pay attention now because what you're about to see is amazing. Can you see this? Can you even believe it? Take a look at that. Gone. Simon, you work with wood. What do you think? I do. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Do you know the number of times I've had to get the wet and dry out and the finer and finer grades just to bring it down? Recoat it with lacquer, recoat it with oils and varnishes, and yet within seconds,
gone.
It's like a magic vanishing trick.
It's not. I always say it's not magic. It's science, right?
Okay.
On there. They love it in the laundry room, and here's the problem. I love it when the kids come in from the snow. But what do? They get to the front door, they tear off their coats, they tear off their mitts, and all the wet stuff is sitting there on my hardwood floor. I'm going, aye, what are we going to do? Here's a good idea. Pop up the floor-to-ceiling closet pole right there in the hallway. Hang up the wet coats, hang up the wet things, hang up the wet shoes. I've even included for you, Bill, a double hook here. You see the double hook? So you can hang up the wet shoes. For example, the kids can come in there and hang up the wet shoes to dry. You've got 2 of those for the shoes. You can go up to 50 different garments on the floor-to-closet ceiling pole. And I got to tell you something else. You know what's happening soon? The holidays are happening. You know what happens in my house on the holidays? We entertain. And you know what they do? You have all these coats. What do? We put all the coats on the second floor in the kids' bedroom. We pile up the clothes, right? And then everybody has to go rummaging through the coats when they're leaving. Forget about it. What you do now is you take your floor-to-ceiling closet pole, you pop it right there at the front door, and as they walk in the door, hang them up.
Very quickly, this is one of those things that you think to yourself, will I use that? I don't know a single solitary person who watches television that's watching HSN that will not take advantage of this. When you're ironing, set it up floor to ceiling by your ironing board so that all of your clothing can be hung up as you iron it. Number one. Number two, when you are doing your laundry, folding or hanging, where do you put it now? I know you do this because I do it, or I did it. You hang things on the doorknobs. You hang things on the knobs of the dresser. You hang things on the doorknobs and you get them all nicely hung, and then they fall off.
Right
Not
there.
anymore. You have the laundry pole. It's an innovative, brilliant invention. Akos actually designed this when he was overseas with a gentleman. They came up with a couple of concepts, threw them together. It is going to be one of, listen to me, buy a couple of them so you can hang linens up, towels. If you don't have a linen closet in your small little condo in New York, use it for towels and for sheets. Use it for things that you have no place to store. All of your tablecloths.
My gosh,
put them in the table and like in the closet where your linens, your napkins, all of your tablecloths, your sheets can be hung up to dry so that if you don't want them being wrinkled by the dryer, you can let them hang dry. I let things hang dry because you know what? It's just better for the fabric.
My gosh, don't throw your jeans in the dryer. That's my personal opinion because I think you can extend the life of your jeans if you simply hang them up to dry. What do you do with the drapes? What do you do with the duvets? Seriously, if you want to steam them, where do you put them, right? Now you can hang them up from stem to stern. You can steam them up here, right here in position. I got to tell you why I invented this. I used to walk into my place. I love my place, right? I walk in, have a hard day at work, and I see clothes everywhere. There's clothes in the kitchen. There's clothes in the thing. I go, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm drying them. I can't just throw those in the dryer. And it's outside. It's raining or it's snowing or whatever. So I thought, wait a minute, there got to be a better solution than throwing it over my dining room table, chairs, and all that kind of stuff. The floor-to-ceiling pull gives me a full-size closet right there whenever I need it.